Hello everyone and welcome to Selective Prep Power Thinking Skills Test 4. In this video we are going to go through the 10 questions that comprise of this selected test 4 revision session, and we will start that right now. So this first question is a fractions question. We wanted to think of the multiples of 5 between 100 and 300 and what fractions of these multiples are divisible by 6. So first of all, to think about the multiples between 100 and 300, what you can do is realize that these themselves are multiples of 5. What are they? Well, 100 is 20 by 5 and 300 is 60 by 5. So what that means is in between these two numbers, we're going to have 21 times 5, 22 times 5, 23 times 5, all the way until 59 times 5. And that actually gives us a total of 39 multiples. Okay? Now, out of 39, that is a total, okay? What fraction is divisible by 6? Well, you can think about it this way. In here, you can actually count the multiples by finding the things that are divisible by 5 times 6, which is 30. So what that means, starting from 100, what are the multiples of 30? We'll have 120, 150, 180, 210, 240, 270. Okay, so how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we can simplify, divide top and bottom by 3. And we get 2 over 13 as our answer, which is option D. Remember, you can always refer to these answers or solutions for a little extra information. The next one, we want to find which statements are true. I would recommend you go through each of them and write true or false and then decide your answer. Okay, it's better to do that than be swayed by these answers because then you may be confused. First of all, a rhombus has 2 axes of symmetry. This is true. This is actually the definition of a rhombus. If it has 2 axes of symmetry along with some other properties, it will make a rhombus. Now, the second one is the sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360. This one is false. Remember, a quadrilateral of any kind will add up to 360. Sorry, I think I said 360. The question says 180. Okay, it should add up to 360. So this is false. Number 3, an equilateral triangle has 3 equal sides. This is true. This actually lies in the name. Equi for equal and lateral means side. So equal-sided triangle will have 3 sides and they will be equal. Supplementary angles add up to 90 degrees is false. Supplementary stands for straight, S for straight angle. So that's 180 degrees. 90 degrees is complementary. Okay. So which ones are true? Well, you can see we have I and I, which is option B. Okay, this next question with Anuj, he places 25 ping pong balls in 6 cups. So let's draw 6 cups first. He checks each cup to see which cup has the most amount of balls, then we determine to be the winning cup. Assuming every single ball lands in a cup, what is the least amount of balls which can be in the winning cup? So the key word here is least. What that means is we want to distribute as evenly as possible. Only then will that last remaining cup have a little bit more than the normal range, which means it'll have the least amount of balls. Okay, obviously we can just chuck all of the balls into one cup and then it'll be winning the winning cup easily. However, we want the least amount of balls, so we have to split evenly. 25. There are 6 cups, so divided by 6 cups, which leaves 4 per cup. Remainder 1. Right? So it'll be 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and and that becomes 24. We have one remainder, so that extra remainder will go into one of these cups, and it doesn't matter which one, but it's going to turn into a 5-balled cup. This will make that one the winning cup, and that would be the least amount of balls, so B is the answer. Read the solutions again if you'd like more information. Okay, this next one, subject of discussion. So we are talking about why the performance of American tennis players are struggling, right? And this person, Andy Roddick, says that it's because it's a rich person's sport now, and the league takes for NBA, NFL, and NBL have taken the best athletes in America, and we want to find the strengthening argument. Okay, so the main argument is that tennis is expensive and it's a big investment. Therefore, the other leagues, okay, so other sports take the best athletes in America, and that's why it is struggling. Okay, American tennis players' performance is struggling. So what would strengthen or support this argument? The answer is A. Okay, before the NBA, NFL, and NBL were established, which are key words linked directly to the text, the Americans achieved greater success in tennis. Again, keyword Americans links to American, and the greater success bit links to the question, why are they struggling in success? Okay, many links in this option, so therefore A is the best strengthening answer. Pause to read the solutions now. Number 5 says, don't let anyone hurt you with words. Words cannot hurt you and cannot cause you physical pain. Why care about the opinions of others? So we want to find something that weakens this conclusion, okay? That words cannot hurt you and cannot have any physical pain. The answer here is B. Words from important people can have very powerful meanings. It suggests that some people and their opinions are actually very powerful and things that we can care about, and they can hurt someone and cause pain. So this argument would be very good to weaken our statement. Have a read of solutions as to why the other ones are incorrect. Question 6 was a ratios question. So we have 126 tubes altogether. And we know that there are 5 times as many blue tubes as yellow paint tubes. The thing that you're going to do is straight away draw a diagram, okay? Don't really overthink about the numbers and so on. Just draw a simple diagram. We know that there are 5 times as many blue paint tubes as yellow. So if this box represented yellow, there'll be 5 of those boxes for blue. Remember, these boxes represent equal amounts, okay? What does that mean? Well, this is a total of 6 boxes, and we know this should equal to 126 tubes. So that means each box is equal to 21 tubes. By doing that, we can now fill in our boxes. Each of these will have 21 inside. Now there's an equal number of blue and yellow paint tubes after she removes some blue and provides it to another teacher. How many tubes are removed? Well, we right now have 21 yellow, so we only want 21 blue. What that means is the rest of them, these ones, have to leave, have to be gotten rid of. There's 4 of them, which is 84 tubes. Okay, number 7. So reading through our statement. Everybody is required to have a lot of technology in a class at school. Students are expected to bring their laptop or tablet. All students with tablets also have a desktop at home. So be careful about this association. All students with tablets will have a desktop. Does not mean that all students with a desktop will have a tablet. Okay, it doesn't work like a two-way street. So Queenie says, since I have a desktop, I bring a tablet to school. So like I said, even though all students with tablets will have a desktop, doesn't mean every single person who has a desktop has a tablet. So Queenie is wrong. She cannot say, since I have a desktop, I bring a tablet to school. It's not dependent on the desktop. Alfred says, I bring a laptop to school. I might have a desktop and tablet at home. Now, Alfred is correct because of this word might. Okay, this shows that there is a chance, but it's not 100% confident. Therefore, we can accept it with ease. So, who has the correct reasoning? The answer is only Alfred, option B. Number 8. So, we want to find a strengthener of the conclusion again. What is the main conclusion? There is our keyword here, therefore. In an effort to make our roads safer, government should offer incentives, which means money or some kind of positive thing, for manufacturers of self-driving cars to conduct further research and development. So we're saying that it is much better, okay, to have self-driving cars. So you want to find something that strengthens that or reinforces that, gives some positive feedback and evidence that self-driving cars are in fact very good. And the answer here, therefore, is B. Even a small amount of self-driving cars on the road will greatly decrease the number of accidents. So that is a positive outcome to a small amount of self-driving cars, which are our main topic of this paragraph. So that's why it's the best answer here. Question 9, working with proportions. We have Jerry and Tom, and they're each given 600 ml of apple juice. Tom decides to drink half of his juice, so divide that by 2, get 300, right? Before accidentally losing half of the rest. So what happens there? Actually, maybe we'll draw a quick tree diagram so it's easier to see. So I'm going to split this into 300 and 300, but this is gone, right? So from 300, we're going to lose half the rest, so it's 150 that is lost. So 150 is the final amount. So that's Tom, okay? Jerry, on the other hand, gives a quarter of his juice to his little sister. So he's going to give a quarter away. A quarter of 600, and cancel the 60 gets 15. So it's 150, okay? 150 to his sister, which means 450 for himself, before drinking 300 ml of the remaining juice. So we're going to minus 300 ml, and we get 150 left. What is, how much more juice does Tom have than Jerry? We can minus the 2, and you realize it's 0 ml because they have the same amount. And last question of today. It looks like a big statement paragraph, but don't worry, just find the main kind of idea. Okay, we're talking about a plastic bag ban. We're mainly talking about how bad it is for the environment, right? It's threatening wildlife, and it's releasing dangerous chemicals, and it's very time intensive and energy intensive to manufacture, and there's a lot of other negative consequences, okay? And also talking about how people have assisted in reducing the impacts. So which one would best conclude this statement? The answer here would be A. Individuals are becoming more concerned about preserving the natural environment and are encouraged to act quickly. So we're talking about the increasing concern, okay, for other people, of other people for the environment, okay, which we're talking about with the retail stores and the ban, and also talking about the natural environment, which needs to have some kind of action going on. So again, read the solutions by pausing the video now to see why the other options are incorrect. Okay, so just very quickly, we're going to write some key points. So for ratio questions, please make sure you are using diagrams to capture your working out. This will help immensely in not being confused by proportions or other numbers. For long paragraph type questions, if you are stuck, try and look for the main idea, okay? Summarize the main idea in one sentence and go off that to find your answer. Okay, so that's it from me today. Hope you guys enjoyed that video, and I will see you next week.